These pioneering flights used Handley Page aircraft and marked the start of regular commercial air travel between two capital cities, thereby laying the foundation for the intercontinental travel of today. Mass fascination among the public with flying took off alongside the development of new innovative technological models. Indeed, the 1920s marked the beginning of what many historians call the golden age of flight. It may not have been as technologically advanced as today, but it marked an era of unprecedented enthusiasm for aviation. People were fascinated by air races and feats of daring carried out by star pilots like Amelia Earhart and Charles Lindbergh. More and more companies started developing sleek monoplanes in accordance with advances in aerodynamics, with biplanes becoming the exception and increasingly obsolete, although wood and fabric were still widespread until the 1930s. The main fabrication material had switched to metal. Milestones continued to fall at regular intervals throughout the 1920s, providing newspapers with headlines and the public with heroes. In 1922, just 14 years after Wilbur Wright's legendary demonstrations, the first non-stop transcontinental flight of the United States took place, when U.S. Army Air Service pilots Oakley Kelly and John McCready flew coast to coast in a Fokker T-2 in under 28 hours. In 1924, two Douglas World cruisers, named the Chicago and the New Orleans, completed the first flight around the world. The journey started and ended in Seattle, covering over 27,000 miles and taking 175 days with no fewer than 74 stops. But it meant that nowhere on Earth was too remote to be reached by air. In 1925, the Contract Mail Act allowed the American Post Office to contract mail carriage to private companies, and this decision changed the direction of American aviation, while the Air Commerce Act of the following year became the cornerstone of US federal government's regulation of civil aviation. This landmark legislation was passed at the urgings of the aviation industry, whose leaders believed that the airplanes of the day could not reach their full commercial potential without federal action to improve and maintain safety standards. The Act charged the Secretary of Commerce with fostering air travel, issuing and enforcing air traffic rules, licensing pilots, certifying aircraft, establishing airways and runways, and operating and maintaining aids to navigation. For the first time, flying was governed by rules designed to protect both pilots and the general public. And while these steps may seem obvious to us today, at the time they were very bold. They showed that aviation was becoming integral to national infrastructure. Public excitement then reached fever pitch on May the 21st, 1927, when Charles Lindbergh made the first non-stop flight from New York to Paris, a distance of some 3,600 miles. Flying alone for more than 33 hours, it was an event that captivated the world and gave a huge boost to public confidence in aviation. His aircraft,